Gittens to Chelsea appears to be a done deal, with a proposed move from Borussia Dortmund to Chelsea now looking imminent. Before we begin, please do smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. And Chelsea are under 24 hours away from their final game in the Club World Cup. But that doesn't mean that transfer negotiations aren't still happening, the latest of which, Jamie Gittens of Borussia Dortmund's proposed move to Chelsea is now looking like an imminent possibility. Clubs continue talks in America or the USA and hope to reach an agreement swiftly, despite interest from Bayern Munich. The 20-year-old Bayern winger has fully committed to Chelsea, and a 7-year deal is in place. And I know that there's going to be people that aren't necessarily happy. They would have preferred to go for other people. There's plenty of other options. We were linked with Malik Fofana at one point. We still could acquire Malik Fofana and other players as well. However, we've got to recall here that in the first window in early June, in early of this month, Jamie Gittens was, if I'm not mistaken, the first person that we were linked with, along with Mike Maignan, who, for whatever reason, that's now not happening. That seems to have gone completely cold at this point. But one that is still hot and has remained tepid, lukewarm throughout this whole time is Jamie Gittens. Of course, looking back, it was reported that despite the original, or the first window of this two-window summer transfer window closing, it was reported that Jamie Gittens was still very much interested in moving to Chelsea. Not just interested, but fully committed to joining Chelsea. The idea was that any and all rivaling offers, in the likes of Bayern Munich in this situation, would be declined for the time being from Jamie Gittens, as we said before, he is fully committed to Chelsea. Now, where this leaves us, obviously, in terms of wingers, we have an opening, with Jadon Sancho being now sent back to Manchester United. So I guess he would fit in straight away into that position. We obviously have wingers coming in as well, in the likes of Esteval Willian, who has lit the place up for Palmeiras, winning 2 superior players of the match awards. However, Jamie Gittens obviously does have experience over Esteval Willian. Quality, it remains to be seen. On The Athletic, it says this: a situation that could be resolved imminently, or immediately, features Borussia Dortmund's English forward, Jamie Gittens. Chelsea were unable to finalise a deal with the Bundesliga club for the 20-year-old before the closing of the pre-Club World Cup transfer window earlier this month, as we've said. But despite that delay, talks have continued, and there is hope an agreement can be reached swiftly, irrespective of suggestions that Bayern Munich are also keen on Jamie Gittens. The former Manchester City player favours a move to Stamford Bridge and has remained fully committed to the idea of joining Enzo Maresca's sides. One of the main things to take from that sentence is, of course, that he is a former Manchester City player. We seem to be acquiring a lot of former Manchester City in the last years or so. Enzo Maresca, as we know, one of Pep's understudies. Cole Palmer, a former Manchester City player, of course. Jadon Sancho, a former Manchester City player, obviously, as we said earlier on in the video, has since departed, but the idea was there, of course. Liam Delap, another one who has ties to Manchester City, and now, well, I mean, you could include Raheem Sterling, but we're not going to go that far back. And of course, now more recently, the acquisition of Jamie Gittens would, of course, be the most recent one. There is already an agreement in place between Gittens and Chelsea with a 7-year contract ready to go when a club-to-club deal is reached. Negotiations between Dortmund and their Premier League counterparts have been helped by the fact both teams are competing at the Club World Cup in the United States, which, again, just to clarify, does, of course, mean that there is... we're both in the same place at the same time, which means that negotiations can happen between games, during games, for all that, for all it's worth. Listen, what I think there's been a lot of speculation. There's been a lot of back and forth between fans online who have, I guess, been swayed into being told or thinking that he is not good enough for Chelsea. So there is an element of pressure on Jamie Gittens to perform, but then also on the other side of that, there is also a level of expectation that isn't there. People aren't expecting Jamie Gittens to be any good for the most part. I mean, if you're chronically online, then yes, you're not expecting him to be good. I, for one, have reserved judgment. I'm going to wait and see what happens with him. As I've said on previous streams, you can watch all your compilations. You can watch everything that you can see, but they're obviously always a highlight to the best of the ability of the player on display in these compilations. And Jamie Gittens, he has quite the compilation. However, to the opposite of that, there are people that are saying that he isn't necessarily a player that is best fit to the system of a Maresca. I would argue, I don't think a lot of players are best suited to that of Enzo Maresca. I mean, look at Cole Palmer. Hey, let's just have a big old think about how Cole Palmer has somewhat, I wouldn't say suddenly, but has dropped off the face of the earth in terms of his quality and his performances. And would you put that necessarily completely down to Enzo Maresca? Probably not. There's got to be some accountability for Cole Palmer as a player. But this isn't about him. Jamie Gittens, 20 years old, appears to be a done deal, even though it says imminently. If David Ornstein is reporting that this is going to be done somewhat soon, imminently, meaning could be today. It could be today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. I will be live 1:30 a.m. UK time sharp on Wednesday morning, as in tonight, I guess, at the time of recording this. I look forward to seeing you there. As always, my name is Harry. Out the Chelsea.